Hello, and welcome to Kuckles Plays. This is going to be a special series of episodes of Kuckles Plays, because I'm assuming I'm going to release this one first, if I plan out my stuff correctly. And you may be asking, what are you playing there? That looks a little weird. What is this, Korean symbols and then hate plus? It is a dating sim. Thanks to Humble Bundle doing a really cheap dating sim thing, and it being Valentine's Day weekend, I guess, I thought, what the hell? I'll do some dating sims, because I wanted to. I don't know. I just did. It seemed like a fun thing to record. I've seen a couple other people on the internet play them, and it's a lot of fun reading. I don't know. So it's going to be this game plus a few others that I record, and I'll release them throughout the weekend for Valentine's Day, and me playing dating sim games for almost no reason. So the first up, we have a game called Hate Plus, which I have started a little bit just because I need to test some things out and make sure stuff worked. So, it wasn't terrible or anything. But Hate Plus is, so far, a game where you're talking to a robot AI person. Message from Dispatch Control. Hey, I know you hate this kind of shit and prefer to stay anonymous, but the guys you did that last job for, the Seju Company Historical Society, are pestering me for some details about you for a press release. Can you fill in whatever? I don't really care. Just give them something so they'll get off my case, okay? So here we fill out really random questions. Which AI do you get the documents from? We're gonna go with Hyune. I'm probably going to butcher these names, by the way, because I don't speak Korean or know how to pronounce it. And what would you describe her attitude? Friendly? Could go flirty, but we're just gonna go friendly. Pronouns, he, guy. I guess I'm from the year. This is a really strange question, and I only know about it ahead of time because I played through, but we're gonna go with my original answer, which was 2027. Because this game is set in the way future, and I don't really know why. Okay, great. That's all of it. I'll send it off to them now. You're still, what, 3 days or so away from Earth? I'll talk to you then. Dispatch Control out. That's the end of the little control. And this is Hyune. Hyune.
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh jeez. I'm so sorry. If you are saying something to me, I can't hear you at all. Oh jeez, I'll explain. Well, I tried installing that advanced dictionary you got for me, and, well, I couldn't get it to work. Even the bills that were supposed to be fine just kept giving me an architecture not supported error. I don't even know why. So I tried to recompile my language processing functions so I could support it, but I don't really understand how AIs work very well, I guess. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I guess I sort of broke it more? Like I said before, if you're saying anything, I can't hear you. And every time I try to run an English to Korean translation, it just comes out as nonsense. For example, if I try to translate your ship's name from English, I get ITM. Well, I don't even understand what the hell that's supposed to be. Which I can't really understand. It's just like before, when I was back on the Mushunguunga, or that's gonna come up several times, and I'm not gonna be able to say it. And I couldn't parse what you were saying. Sorry, are you mad at me?
I seem to be able to understand you just fine, so it works.
What? Don't say that. Yes, it does. It means we can't communicate properly. If you're thinking, if we're going to be friends, I think that's important.
Yeah.
She's gonna be very mushmouth. We'll be able to fix this. We'll be able to get it fixed once we get to Earth, right? Right?
Sure.
That's a relief. I don't know what it'll do if this was permanent.
I am starting to crack my voice. High pitch doesn't work very well.
Well, I waited over 600 years to meet you, didn't I?
And that's where the time thing comes into play. She's a robot. Or an AI. There.
3 days. That's nothing. Anyway, there's something else you should know. While I was looking through my code, trying to debug my damage, I found a big block of data that I thought was garbage. It's not garbage though, it's data. For some reason, it seems to be embedded in my source. I'm not really sure why. It's a part of my memories. It's in the actual machine code for some reason.
Keep up the voice, Kuckles.
The important thing is though, I think it's the log files from the machine. They have data stamps on them, and they seem to be from before the years O.
Because that's not a 0. That's an O.
Well, I can't actually read them without extracting them, but that's what the index says. It's really exciting! What happened in year O that made everyone forget? Was it always this big mystery to me? Maybe these will explain. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we can't communicate, but we could still work through those together. What do you think, Mr. Investigator? Can I be your sidekick again?
Sure.
Yay! That's wonderful! Let's investigate them together! Let me explain how this will work then. I'm afraid I can't just extract all of them at once. I can explain if you want, but it's kind of boring.
We kind of need you to explain because we literally have no idea what's going on right now.
Very well, I don't really understand this myself very well, so I'm sorry if I get some details wrong, but basically, the core AI code that is designed to make it really, really difficult for AIs to make copies of themselves. So I just copied all that log data out. The recompiled script wouldn't work at all, since it would detect the duplicated code. Which means...
I feel I messed up those sentences, which confused it in my brain. Anyway, going back there, since I sped past that, there's apparently protocols that make it really hard for AIs to duplicate themselves, so when she tried to duplicate it, it wouldn't work. Anyway.
Which means I have to copy them out, delete the parts that are actually in my codebase, and then recompile myself. But I don't want to delete more than a few at a time because I'm scared that it might make a mistake. So I'm going to be super careful. No more than 6 files at a time, and my script is going to triple check that I'm not deleting something important by accident. It'll be way slower and probably take up a lot of power, because the virtual machine you're running me in is pretty inefficient, but... well, better safe, right? Better to be safe, right?
Wow, I am failing at this high-pitched voice.
Does it all make sense?
Yes, to get you from stopping explaining things a bunch. I didn't actually click yes.
Great! I think that used up most of today's power running up the debugging, so we'll be able... so we'll only be able to do a little bit.
Oh my god.
So we'll only be able to do a little bit.
But there's always tomorrow.
Anyway, I'll let you decide which log files you want to extract first.
I need a drink.
Oh my! Then we can read all of them together.
Okay. At least I know from this point forward she doesn't actually talk as much. So far. Because I basically played up to this very imposing, very confusing screen.
Hey, could you click on me, please?
Click.
Yay, it works! Right, very well. It's a little bit like on the Mishawanga Wanga. I'll use that as an indicator that I want your attention.
You'll just yell at me then? Okay.
Well, that's all. Just click on me if you want to talk in the future. Anyway, let's get back to investigating together.
So, what comes up is a very confusing bullshit screen with very actual little interaction on it. We have the time, I guess, here. It's 4:52 a.m. The year, which is apparently year 4989, and it's a Monday. It's February 9th. Current destination, ETA 3 days, Sol 3, which is Earth. And that's, I guess, coordinates. There's 25% power remaining. This is communication, upload and download. I don't know if any of this is relevant yet. And then mailbox, inbox. She's telling something about emergency power. Then we have the artificial investigator, which is her. And you can change her outfit. Surprisingly, she's wearing the schoolgirl outfit, which is the most sensible. She also gets a maid outfit, which is pretty much what you expect. Pale bride, which is kind of a geisha thing and is dumb. A detective one, where she literally looks like Sherlock Holmes. I'm gonna switch to that one really quick. Like, that's just ridiculous. And then a scientist one, which is... it's alright. But we're gonna actually stick with schoolgirl since I find it the most pleasing to the eye, I guess, because it's decently respectable. From here you have to disable the AI, which is her, to extract new messages or run an emergency diagnostic on her. Wow, that cough is going to be really annoying later. Anyway, so what we have now is basically we extract messages and we're reading about a backstory. So far this game will have a lot of reading, and I will try not to do a high-pitched voice anymore for anyone but Hyunei. This is also a really weird letter. So, you're interested in purchasing a hard-shell frame for an AI construct. We've evaluated your questionnaire and we've attached a pamphlet for a model in which we think will suit your needs. Marigold 89 hard-shell frame. Marigold is our mainstay animation-inspired model for the classical feminine presentation, for the happy construct that requires both close human integration and elegance in all things. In a Marigold frame, you can start the day with a cup of tea. Coffee would be too vulgar. In the morning. That sentence sucks. Feel the breeze in your hair in the afternoon. Go out dancing. Ballroom, of course. The night away, and then finish with a graceful peck on the cheek of your dancing partner. Full sensory feedback. We guarantee each Marigold frame, visual, audio, tactical, olfactory, has been triple tested thoroughly to register at least 95% of standard human resolution. Of course, Marigold is compatible with all hard-shell sensory systems, so whether it's for stargazing nebulae with your sweetheart or appreciating strawberry crepes with more thoroughly, we have you covered. The face that launched 1,000 starships. As with all hard-shell models, we offer fully customizable facial designs and 12 months of free hairstyle reconfigurations with purchase. But Marigold's facial range goes far and above and beyond expectations with its animation-inspired, exaggerated features. You will actually boast even wider range of expressions than a typical human. From the subtlety of a coy smile to a heartfelt shouting into the sight. I cannot sentence today. From the subtlety of a coy smile to a heartfelt shouting into the slight twinkle in your eyes of happiness in Marigold, we promise you'll be able to inspire that Yuki. What the fuck? Okay. Newly upgraded. Of course, what makes the 89 model of Marigold truly special are the additional features. The state-of-the-art Dream Machine GPU allows for a perfect recollection of your most cherished memories. The patented Real-Tier Systems allows for a revolutionary wide range of expression of despair, plus the all-new Wonder Arm functionality will allow you to easily grab faraway teacups without even unruffling your skirt. What? The Wonder Arm functionality will allow you... Okay, this is just weird. It's a sex bot. That's basically what this is. Truly, the Marigold 89 hardshell frame is the model for a happening, feminine, animation-loving AI construct. Please contact us for further purchase details. All our models are highly affordable. We're looking forward to hearing back from you on Earth. So basically, I assume the point of the game is that we're going to fuck our computer by throwing it into a sex bot. So like Edie and Joker from Mass Effect 3. Okay. Okay, so basically what I've determined the main portion of this game is extracting these messages, and I don't really know. I guess I'm supposed to just use up all the power to do this, because you just select these. Select 6 at a time to extract, because that's apparently all you do. And then you read them. And reading them will get confusing. I hope that's not loud on the mic, but it probably is. Okay. So now we have 6 letters or messages or whatever to read. Chief Counselor Smith. It's that guy. This is the first time we've... Yeah, she's just giving a generic thing that's not worth reading. So this is this guy. This is Chief Counselor Smith. So we know who we're talking about. We have time for one more order of business today. Counselor O's proposed amendment to the Education Act. The text of it can be found in the third appendix of the session's agenda. I'll now have leave of the floor for remarks from Counselor O. No actual photo on file for this person, so I don't actually know what his or her voice is going to be, because I can't tell if that's a male or female name. I know Counselor Mute is a female. No remarks. It's just general housekeeping shit for the university. Great. Wow. I start off with, yeah, she's a female. Deep male voice. You'll get it when you see her picture. Counselor Mute. Youch. Counselor O still doesn't actually have a picture. Great. I'm going to abstain voting and decline to pay any more attention to this session, if that's okay with you. Counselor Smith. Okay. Counselor. It doesn't affect security. I don't care. Does the rest of the council object to bringing it to a vote? None here. Counselor Ryu. Counselor Kim. No actual photo. I object. I don't understand the purpose of this proposed change about language rules. Is it really necessary? I don't think... Can you explain that? I don't understand what they're talking about. Neither do I. It's just some minor changes to general requirements. Even engineers have general requirements. That's why they're called general. I don't think we need the vocabulary lesson, Counselor. That's... Yes, I know. Out of the line. Withdrawn. It doesn't sound like major... I need different voices, damn it. It doesn't sound like major changes. This was all requested and drafted by the Mashungawunga University President, Owina. She assures me that this is just a minor change to allow for students to get a more rounded education. What exactly is a more rounded... I'm changing their voices like that. What exactly is a more rounded education about forcing engineers into pointless general classes? Everybody already takes general classes. It's not...
Pardon me, if I may.
Please be a girl. Damn it. Certainly, I yield the floor to to Counselor Lee. Oh, but I'm learning Chinese characters is silly? Oh. I gotta read the actual text and then read her. As I understand it, the change is to allow general programs to include text written in Chinese characters, is that right? That's what I'm told.
Oh, but learning Chinese characters is silly.
Meaning technical students will have to go out of their way to learn pointless nonsense that doesn't have anything to do with science. Chinese characters aren't taught in public schools. That's right. The other counselors see where this is going, yes? Does it really need to be spelled out why it would be a good thing to make educational requirements for noble professions less accessible to any old peasant at a public school? In case you haven't noticed, we have a serious problem with overeducated peasants already. They agitate for democracy and give me a headache. Making things harder for them seems like preserving the status quo to me. That was my thinking. This is just housekeeping regardless. Whoa, mute back then was really harsh. I can't do her voice anymore. Still, I don't... Counselor Kim, do you really feel as strongly about this? Really? If you'll move the vote, I'll second it. Do we have a motion to vote? Do we have a motion to vote? I move to vote then. Seconded. The motion passes. How does the council vote? Like, in favor. I don't want to read all this. Counselor Security wants this to get over and done. In favor. Counselor Justice in favor and agrees with the lovely Counselor of Security. Ugh. Ugh is not a vote. Fine, the Council of Engineering and Science abstains. I don't care that much. Counselor of Culture is in favor. And also in favor. Let the record show that was 7 in favor with 1 abstain. The amendment passes and we'll go to the President for signing. With that, I move to close the Council for today and we'll resume next Monday. Seconded gladly. Well, alright.
Well, alright.
Blah, 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 blah. A bunch of bickering. And a lot of voices I couldn't keep straight. Oh, God.
So Ryu was chief counselor then, I guess.
I think I just need to read this normal, because I can't keep these straight. Like, maybe if I constantly had their heads while I was reading this, that would be better. What was she... Did she say something?
Ryu was counselor of captaincy.
Next on the list, the proposed Motherhood Credit Act. I'm tabling this one myself. You can find the text of the act on the 10th appendix of the session's agenda, as well as the relevant charts and data in the 11th through the 15th. We're sure burning through a lot of appendices fast. My apologies, I'll try to keep this one concise then. Since I know you've all read this one anyway, we're approaching a serious demographic problem right now. Birth rates shipwide have been declining for years. The plan, simply put, is to provide an economic incentive for families to raise children. Exactly what sort of numbers are you proposing? I feel I'm being buried beneath a giant pile of data. How much is this credit for? Nothing's being buried, it's just thoroughness. Lots of bickering. Yeah, pretty much. Chief Counselor Smith wouldn't have allowed an item to be introduced with 4 appendices. They've been available beforehand for months. I haven't read them either. I've read them, it's just unclear. What are and really boring. You're not helping. Hunei, you're really not. You're making me want to skip through this faster. blah blah blah, numbers, principal, stress thin, if you would. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to be paying attention to this.
I don't really get it.
Neither do I. Increasing taxes. This is the most boring shit ever. And this is supposed to be a dating game. Down. Just keep... Wow, this doesn't scroll very well. Just gotta say. Wonderful. That was a whole bunch of... Counselor Kim. Yes, fine, whatever, I don't care. Okay. Grandmother knows best. Okay, so it's a lady. Room status. Relatively free of debris, no laundry on the floor. Futon is still unrolled, not really a point to just doing this late. Yeah. Not really a point to doing it this late in the day. No dishes in the room. That's just about as good enough for me. Today was pretty exhausting at work. We're still doing cleanup from the fire on Monday, and I'm low enough on the ladder that I get stuck in a room full of ash all day. It's also meant in order to catch up on all of my project work, I had to do 2 hours of overtime afterwards, and it's not my idea of fun. I can't figure out what the occasion is, but for some reason, when I get home from work, half of the main branch of the family seems to be out in our living room, even my grandmother. No photo. The counselor of engineering grandfather. The counselor of engineering himself was there. Shocking. I wanted to just go lie down and hold myself up in my room. But given how rare an event it is, social obligations interfered. Oh, she's an engineer. That's nice. Yeah. After thanking grandfather for getting me that job once more, which he seemed nonplussed on the subject of, my grandmother instantly dominated the conversation by asking me if I found a man yet. My standard response, I'd love to, but work keeps getting in the way. She apparently didn't buy it. Grandmother, no photo, of course. Why not? Isn't engineering a male-dominated field, she asked. It's not wrong, but nearly every single man is either named Kim or married to someone named Kim. There's a few exceptions, like my boss, the gross one who forces me to clean up the ashes instead of doing important work. I left that last part out of my answer to my grandmother. It's not...
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to grow up to be like too. She understands.
It's really hard, like I have to read the wall of text, then like her response. Anyway. It's not like I don't want to find someone. I'd sure like to move out from my parents' house and I'd have someone for companionship and eventually have kids when my career gives me the time for it, but I'm not opposed to marriage. I really want it, but I don't think I'm brave enough to say the only reason why I've gotten to 22 years old without ever having a boyfriend is because I'm hopeless. Having a boyfriend is because I'm hopeless with men. In front of my entire main branch of the family, or even in front of anyone, I feel pretty embarrassed, even writing this in my diary where nobody but me is going to read it. Well, whoops on that one. So, I think I was supposed to be offended when she asked, what if I found someone for you? But actually it seemed like a reasonable enough idea. She has good judgment, probably, and I don't believe in the nonsense like love at first sight. The idea of getting together with someone through a matchmaker doesn't sound very hard to justify. Besides, if I don't like whoever she picks, I can always just say no. So I asked, do you have someone in mind? She seemed pretty much taken aback by that. My parents, not so much that they didn't say anything. The bottom line is, it seems that now I have a marriage interview with a Mr. Pyron. Okay. The chef, from the looks of it. At some point in the next month, apparently he is very sweet, dresses handsomely, and works as a cook for a living. Those all sound like good things to me, although I worried about what sort of man would resort to matchmaking. Well, I'm not one to talk. I think it's going to be fairly weird, but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, well, that's nice of her.
That was a completely random thing. Election night. Oh, dramas, I like those too. Oh my god. Right! That's a thing. These are very Korean looking. Well, I guess it's a Korean game, most likely. So, okay. Moving on. Man, I had the weirdest fucking night. Despite half of the security force being pulled into a guard polling stations on election night, I was off duty at the time, watching dramas with my similarly off-duty father. I'm not a fan, but he is. I find them pretty unbelievable, honestly. Anyway, he got the idea from one of those episodes that now would be a pretty perfect time to send a gift to the chief security officer Hio, my aunt in the main branch, to say thanks for giving me the worst night off. Not that he actually had anything suitable, of course. He spent like 10 minutes scrounging and was only able to find a moderately expensive looking bottle of wine we'd been ignoring for years. That sentence is horrible. He seemed to think it made perfect sense. Well, whatever. That's Dad's logic, I guess.
Oh, dramas, I like those too.
You're supposed to be investigating. So I took down the... Oh my god, I don't want to read this. Skip. You had nothing to say on the rest of that. Awesome. I just don't really want to read these. Talking about something in the records office.
Huh!
I'll read whatever she says, because she might actually comment on something important. President Park. President Park was an enemy of Mute in the council. Councilor Lee. Okay. 16 how... Whoa, wait, what? So it seems like a bunch of these people live for a really long time, or they just kind of know. Yeah, you're telling me. Don't look at me like that.
Huh, so much scheming. Oh, I guess that's pretty sweet.
Whatever's going on in the text, I don't know. If you're really interested, you can pause and follow along at home through my scrolling.
Oh, it's break time.
Oh, okay. Really? Oh my god. Really? I have to just scroll through these things? Oh my god, there's too much text, and a lot of it, like she said, is fucking boring. Anyway.
We've been reading together for a while, haven't we? Let's take a break. Are you up for that?
Yes!
Ah, great. So, right. Some of the things we've been reading have been really intense. I don't really like some of the feelings they're bringing up in me.
Oh, rogue AI.
Let's take a break and talk about something else. That is... Sorry, jeez, this is awkward. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, I have nothing. I'm sorry. I guess after all I was taught, I'm pretty lousy at filling silence, aren't I? Well, I guess we should just go back to reading then. That's something I'm good at doing.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I know this is really awkward.
Awkward conversation was better than reading bullshit. Oh, God. Ugh. Let's perform a diagnostic. No errors. Awesome. She's not going crazy yet. That's good. Extract new messages. New boring messages. That one sounds interesting. I don't... Like, I get what they're going for. They're like, I guess if you read every single piece of text, you would create this rich kind of narrative. But it's really hard to keep the characters straight between each other when it's just text logs. This is like reading fucking codexes in Mass Effect or something. It's dull. So, I think I'm going to stop reading for the sake of my sanity. And I'll read her responding to it, so I'll scroll through slightly slower. Okay.
Oh, wow, she writes really cutely.
Okay, she's a child. Just an awesome day. This morning, welcome, greeted her.
Ah.
Shut up, unusual miss, just please. She's really gorgeous voice, but husky, really pretty, blah blah blah. Didn't find out that right away, didn't know my death yet, I was cutting for stems, yada babbled. She's the AI chick is apparently super into this. Bottle of flowers, look at them, avoid eye contact. I'm not really scrolling this slowly on purpose. I am scrolling at a decent pace. She is cool. It's May, June. Oh. That person. Anyway. I'm scrolling this fast, but the scrolling doesn't work very well. She's apparently pleased with reading that email. Fuck Hio family gatherings!
Wow, this boy swears so much.
I want to find the swears. Swears. So far I've seen fuck in the title. Okay.
Wow!
Instead of a super large room, stumbling on the weirdest scene. A table with a card game in progress on it with an old professor of mine. One at the end. And a mostly naked, flechetted maid sitting and strewn about clothes. Okay. Sorry, I was looking for the washroom. Wait, don't go away. Go, cute boy, the maid called out. Do you want to play what? We could really use a third.
I liked playing Huata too, though the cards are pretty.
Do you play it while getting naked? I mean, it's weird. Da-da-da. That was a weird fucking night. Do-do-do. 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 Apparently you sat down and actually played the game. I asked the maid. Okay. So it's just a naked chick and they're playing cards. Is the naked chick playing the cards or is she just sitting there? I don't know. I'm not reading this in its entirety. This one I might have actually probably wanted to read because it actually sounds interesting. But whatever. I don't care. Mimi. Who's Mimi? No. Okay, Mimi is the maid. Got it. The professor. I missed that one. Oh my god, there's so much goddamn text in this game. Ah, jeez. What is he saying?
It's cute in a way, I suppose. Is this how adults are? They're both boys? Wow.
Okay. So Mimi is a lady boy. Or just a boy. It's weird. Interesting.
Wow, they actually predicted that one completely right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Wow, the atmosphere is... Oh. Yeah, I guess it's really hard to be strong. Wow, this is... Somehow the atmosphere feels really intimate.
I'm glad I'm not reading this.
I guess sometimes a mute could be a nice person, huh?
Alright.
Ah, so this is about Seong's husband. Well, that's nice, I guess. Huh.
That one was actually short. Good. I'm not reading these anymore. I'm not even skimming them. I'm just reading her lines.
Oh! I think I know how this one ends. No, don't do that! I think she's being a little harsh, though. Really?
Alright. Oh, this is from the one chick. Wait, what'd you say? Cute girl who sold flowers for a living. Yeah, that was really painful to read. Okay. Whoop. Wait, what'd you say? Pardon, can we talk? Okay.
This is sort of something that's been on my mind lately. The idea of having a body. I always thought, when I was alive and sick, that I'd love to be free of it. That it'd be great to be free of all this stupid fragility. Then I spent 600 years alone, in my own mind, and I just, well... I feel so isolated. I mean, I have a computer simulation of arms and legs and a face, so I don't go mad, but... It's been so nice interacting with you, and I just feel like... I just really missed, well, touch.
We've literally just been reading bullshit. You're basically sitting over my shoulder, just nagging in my ear while I'm reading, even though I've stopped paying attention to what everything is said so far. But sure. Okay. I get it. 600 years alone is a pretty shitty time to be a computer mind stuck without any social interaction. But we haven't really been doing anything like talking. I've said sure. That's pretty much all I've said to you.
Especially while reading about things like visiting the plaza to buy flowers like Ajong did. I mean, you travel alone, so you'll have a bit of an idea. Don't you ever feel really strongly sometimes that you just want a nice hug?
Oh yeah, also, you can kind of see what her expression will be. And hey, look, if you circle around, you can make her do a little mouth jig. Anyway. Sure.
I thought so. I really want to hug you.
What? Okay, that's not what I said.
I really want to hug you too. I wish I could. Do you think it would be possible for me to get a body on Earth?
Well, nothing's impossible. I mean, it's always possible.
Ah, that's a relief. That would be so nice to have. I just keep thinking, I don't even remember what it feels like anymore. I don't remember touch at all. Or smell. I just remembered smell is a thing that exists.
It's not all that cracked up. It's not really.
I totally forgot. Wow. I'd really like to smell flowers. That'd be good. Flowers are supposed to smell right. Smell nice, right?
If you say so.
I don't say so. I don't remember. That's why I'm asking you. I just think it might be fun to see flowers and maybe be able to pick them and hold them and maybe even feel what it's like to have one in my hair. I wonder what it'll be like to have hair again. Could it be blown in the wind? Would it be fluffy? It makes me think of Rio Joahai, my husband's wife. She'd comfort me and brush my hair.
What? I don't get this.
But when I try to think about it, I just don't remember what it felt like to be touched like that. I really want to, though. I don't want to be stuck behind a computer screen forever. I want to remember what it's like to be touched.
Okay. You're really overusing touched.
Hey, one last thing. Well, it looks like we're nearly out of power for today. I think that's probably for the better anyway. I don't think I could read everything all at once.
Yeah, for God's sakes.
I mean, this isn't going to have a happy ending. It's important to pace yourself, I think.
What? Okay.
We still have 2 whole more days to waste until we arrive anyway. But tomorrow, though. Tomorrow's going to be a special day. Are you excited?
What's tomorrow?
What? You don't know? Tomorrow's the first day of the Lunar New Year. I've never really saw much point in celebrating it for the past 622 years. I mean, it's something you spend with family. But I really, really, really want to spend it with you now.
Okay.
I think if you don't have any family, it's just as good to spend it with a friend instead. Ah, right. I forgot. You're supposed to have a new henna book to celebrate the new year with. I'll have to be sure to design a new one. Oh, wow, that'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. You'll get to see it tomorrow. Looking forward to showing it to you. Well, right. Anyway, we're almost out of power. I'll give you the button to shut everything down. Until tomorrow, then. There's no hurry, but when you're ready, you should press the shutdown button. That's all.
Okay. So, there's a new message in the inbox. That's a thing. Repair information. Tune after the... Why? I don't... Talking about the ship and the deflector array. Yeah, this is all taking place on a spaceship flying back to Earth. Which is confusing to remember. So apparently, she has been stuck as the ship's AI. She was apparently once a person, who then, I guess, got her mind downloaded into a computer, and has been living in that computer for 622 years, at least. And now is apparently instantly falling in love with you when you come back online. And I can't tell if she's in the ship, or if I'm calling her, like, over space Skype or something. I don't know. Like if she's on Earth. I think she's in the ship though. Are you sure you want to shut down today? No! No! Yeah, sure, why not?
Very well. I'll just let you go ahead and save your data first.
Okay. At least she lets us save.
All done. Well, good night. And I can't wait to see what tomorrow has in store.
End of day 1. 12 hours remaining until tomorrow. I got an achievement, apparently. Okay, that's a Majora's Mask icon on that achievement. And it kicks me out to the main menu, really? I don't know how long it's been. But I think we'll go into day 2 to see what that interesting is, because I'm going to skip through all the text logs if I have to do that again. Seriously? Seriously? Oh my god, what? I have to wait 12 hours? What? What? I have to wait a literal day to come back to this bullshit? Oh, fuck that. Are you kidding me though? Really? I can't choose this. Huh. Wow. Really? Okay, well, that has been Hate Plus. I don't really know if I'm going to come back in 12 hours and play it again. So there's that. So far, it's a lot of fucking text. And a computer chick that kind of wants to bone you. But she doesn't know it yet. Because so far, all the main character, the guy you're playing, literally has the options to say yes, no, and I don't give a shit. So that's Hate Plus, the first of the dating games. It started off with a raucous slow start. Yeah. Hopefully the next couple dating games that I got off Humble Bundle will prove more interesting. And just so you know, Hatchful Boyfriend is one of those games, and I will be playing it. And Hatchful Boyfriend, I already know, is a hell of a lot more entertaining. So, to the next one, I guess. This game is weird.